What is up, everybody? In this video, we're going to go over how to create custom fields inside your HighLevel account. Now, we all know our standard fields inside HighLevel in regards to we can collect first name, last name, email, phone, date of birth, the address, street address, city, state. All those standard fields already come in place within inside your system, within inside your HighLevel account. Now, many people like to create custom fields so they can gather and collect important information specifically to your business, right? And I got two examples here for you. One is one of our previous clients, and they built a full-on website with us, and they wanted to collect a very important stuff for them, which was what is the vehicle year, vehicle make, vehicle model, what type of tints did they want, and what desired shade did they want. Okay, and of course any additional notes. Now, name, email, phone, and additional notes, or even just notes, or these are usually standard fields within inside your system, right? If I go over here and I go to additional information, you're going to find them in here in regards to message, whatever it is, but they're going to be standard. Okay. Vehicle year, vehicle make, and model, car, the type of tint and the desired shade, these are all custom to your specific industry. So how do you create custom fields within inside your HighLevel account in seconds? We're going to run with that right now. So let's say I wanted to do this one right here, vehicle year. And I wanted to collect that information in one of my forms inside the funnel, or in a form or in a calendar. I would copy whatever the question is. You would go over here to your HighLevel account, go to the bottom left where it says settings, click on where it says it loads, and then you're going to click on custom fields. Okay. Once you click on custom fields, that's where you're going to be able to create your custom fields. Now, one thing I definitely recommend for you to do from the very beginning is to be organized and create folders specific to whatever thing you're trying to collect. And I'm going to show you why that's very important in just a little bit. But create a folder first to kind of group these custom fields together. So in this case, I'm going to go over here to add folder, and I'm going to call this one window tint info, right? I'm going to click on save. And then here, once I have that folder, I can create custom fields within that folder. So like that, when I go to ready to publish this, I can see all those custom fields within that specific folder, and it's all organized from the very beginning. I'm going to click on, now once you do that, click on the actual folder that we created. And on the top right, now is when you're going to create these custom fields. Click on that green button that says add field. And then here we have the various custom fields that we can select and the different formats we can collect the information. So at the very top, these are text inputs where you can say, what is your vehicle, right? Or what is your vehicle make? And what you can do is you can make that as a single line, which means they have one line to type in their answer. These are usually for like fast responses. Like I can definitely use that for vehicle make. If I didn't want to put all these in a drop down, right, I can literally just have them type out Bugatti, Cadillac, Chevrolet, whatever it is. So in this case, if it's something small and can fit in one single line, I would click on single line. If it's something where it requires a longer response, something like a few sentences to a paragraph, like this one in the very bottom that says additional notes, this is kind of one that you would want to do multiple line, right? And that's that option right here, multi-line. Then we have a text box list where you can actually have them give you bullets as answers. So this is like, give me a list. If you're asking someone specifically for a list of, give me a list of things that you would like to see on your website, and they can, type it in. I want my colors to be blue and red. I want my order form to be on the, contact us page, whatever it is. Then we have values over here, which these are not text, but mainly these are like numeric values. So you have a number. So if you want to say like, give me what is the how many days in the week do you want to be running? And you can say 7 days a week, or 3 days a week, and they can actually just answer just number and only numbers. Then we have our phone number fields. This is usually if we're going to be asking for phone numbers. Then we have monetary. So if you want a price, as an answer. So it's like how much is your, house worth today, right? Or how much do you want for your house? And they can put $120,000 here. Then we have choosing options. These are for like single drop downs. So the first two are very, very popular, which are the drop down selections. As you can see over here, for vehicle year, we have a drop down. And for vehicle make, we have a drop down. Now, they are single selection drop downs, which means that we can only select one option. And that's the very first one right here, drop down single. Then we have drop down multiple. And this is if you have like, check everything that applies, right? Which is like, select everything you need help with. And it's like, I need help with my website, with my lead generation, with my tracking, right? And they can select multiple things in the same drop down. Then you have the radio select. This is also a single selection. So, but it's also very simple. Let's say you want to have a thing where it's like, are you going to, be ready and join the meeting at the, preferred time? And then you can put a simple yes and no here for a radio select button. And those look just like this, right? They look just like that. Then on the left-hand side, we have checkbox. This is another way that we can do the drop down, or like, multiple, tell me everything you need help with, and they can check everything they want help with. And then finally, they have date picker, which is like, select the earliest date that you want us to meet. And they can actually select a time and day in the future. The last two options we have for custom fields are field uploads and signature. These are super, super cool because if you, in regards to like onboarding, or maybe you're doing something where you have to collect some type of document or picture or file to start a process, you can use the file upload option. I've seen this used for like, hey, I need you to upload your driver's license as soon as you start with us. You will select that one. Or I've seen it where it's like, give me a picture of an idea that you want the logo to be about. Or give me a picture of your art, and I'm going to switch that, or convert that into a digital file. So people can choose file here, and they can choose from PNG to JPEG and a bunch of other files that you can, like PDF, you can also do. And then lastly here we have signature. This is super cool too, because signature can be like, agree to the terms and conditions by signing below, and you can actually collect a signature for that form submission, which is cool. So those are the custom fields that you have. You can really do anything once you have all these options. In this case today, I'm going to kind of show you how to replicate these fields and how to create these fields with inside your HighLevel. Now, if I were to do it exactly how I have here, this would be basically vehicle year, and I would make this a drop-down single selection. So it will be like this, drop-down single selection, put in the actual, the name of the field right above. The group will be the folder that we selected or we created in the very beginning. That's why I told you to create it. If you didn't create a folder, you can drop it under the contact folder, under the additional info folder, or the general info folder, because those are going to be already created in your account. And then from there, once for the drop down single, we can put in all our options there. So I can put here 2025, and then add option 2026, add option 2027, and therefore, right? So when it comes to vehicle year, this one might take a long time if you have something like this, but usually if you don't have the time to write all the selections down, then I would definitely suggest this just to do either a number, right? So like that, you have a specific year and they can't put a text. So usually I'll do something like that where I'll do a number first, boom, vehicle year, and then they can select the number right down below. And then a placeholder can be added to the field itself. It's not mandatory, but you can do something like example 2025, right? So you give people examples of the field itself. So that's how I do that one. Vehicle year, vehicle make. Again, if we're going to do a drop down single selection, it'll be a lot of makes out there. So one thing I would do is I would actually just select that, add field, single line, and then I will just drop that in there. and then a single line. And then you can do the example as well in here, like, we can do Toyota, right? And I can hit save. Done. Finally, we have here vehicle model. This one, there's so many models out there for every single make. So definitely this one they didn't do. You can just type anything in here, but it's a single line, right? It's not multiple line. So I'm going to do basically add field, single line, boom. And then we can do something like Camry, right? Boom. And then if you ever want to edit any of these fields, you can click on the three dots on the very right hand side, click on edit, and then let's say I want to edit the placeholder where I put the example, click on save, and then you're good to go. So that's how you do it on that end. Same thing for like specific ones like this, like type of tint. I would then do here, there's like, I think 2 options. So I would do drop down single selection, click on next, type of tint, and then I think here he has carbon and he has ceramic. Yep. So that's how you do that. So those are the single selections. Now, once you have your custom fields done, what you can do is you can then go to your forms and add those custom fields to the form exactly how we had it here. And if you want more information on how to add or change up forms, look at my video when it comes to creating lead forms. That shows you how to drag and drop them in there. But finally, I kind of want to give you another example here before we jump off, which is you can also create these custom fields to add them not only to these like, request a quote forms or opt-in forms, like how I have it here in my lead gen funnel. Like I can add custom questions to this form right here before giving out a lead magnet. But I can also do the same thing when it comes to high-level calendars. So over here, I have a discovery call calendar for my website company. And if I go on the calendar itself and click on time and day, you're going to see here I have the basic standard, which is first name, last name, email, phone. But I also have custom fields in here, which is, do you currently have a website? What is the primary goal? What is the ideal timeline? And as you can see, they have drop downs. They have, text, I will be there. Right, examples, multi-line over here, single line. And this is very good for me. So when someone does book an appointment with me, I can gauge, are they a qualified lead or not? And it gives me more details to study the actual lead before we get on the call, which is why custom fields are super, super important and valuable. Now, let's say you add all these custom fields, but you never created that folder in the very, very beginning. As you can see over here, for this account, I think I did the same thing. I just added a bunch of fields into the account. And as you can see here, I don't have it under the QQs, right? So let's say I wanted to do this afterwards. I can just come over here. And by the way, if you ever want to delete a field, you can just simply click on it, right? So for example, click on it and then delete right here. Okay, so that's how you delete them. You create them the other way, and you can also move them from folder to folder by clicking on the actual thing, and then you can move to a group, right, specifically to a folder that you created. So that is custom fields, and what we're going to do now is a simple thing. Let's say you do add the fields first. They all go into, let's say, into general info, which I think these went into general info. Let me see where they went. No, they went to additional info. So here they are. So here are all my fields that I put in my calendar itself, and I want to move that to a specific folder. So like that, when someone books an appointment, I will go specifically to their folder here, right? So specifically, instead of going over here to finding where is all these fields, I would go specifically to the folder that we created. So like that, all the fields we created are right there in front of me, and I don't have to look around. So to do that, super simple. You would click on settings. You would go to, let's see, custom fields. From there, add the folder now. Let's say, site crafter, website, disco, or discovery QQs, right? I click on that. Once I do that, I can then go and start searching these fields right here in the search bar by literally just grabbing whatever I have. Describe your business in one sentence. I will copy that, come over here, search it up, take out the asterisk, most likely. There it is. And then I will click on it, click on bulk actions, move to group, and then move to that folder that we just created, which is Disco questions. The moment I move all those questions over, I can then go to that contact straight away, go into the folder itself, and then see all those questions in the calendar right away. Now, let's say you want to reorganize these folders in a specific order. You can simply do that by going back to the custom fields, clicking on folders, and then here you can drag and drop these folders all the way to the top, whatever order you want, so it's easier for you to kind of, go directly to the contact and then go straight to the ones that you want to see. So there you go, guys. I hope that was super valuable. That's how you create custom fields inside your HighLevel account. There's a lot more to do with custom fields after you have it populated and you're collecting it, but that's a quick video on how to do it from start to finish. And there's going to be a lot more videos like this. I'm going to be breaking down HighLevel altogether. So if you do have any questions, either in custom fields or in any part else of the software, please drop them here in the comments. Like this video and subscribe, because I'm going to be breaking it all down here for you so you can master HighLevel and really use it to the best, and to maximize it all the way for your business or your as a skill for yourself. And that is it. I hope to see you guys on the next video. Bye.